Hello everybody and welcome back to Alaris Labs YouTube channel. As you may know, the new version 3.5.9 has been released and here we are going to list the most important features and changes. As not all features and corrections will be discussed in this video, you can check the full list of the changes in the release notes, the link to which you can find under this video. Some features from version 3.5.8 that were not described in the previous video will be also shown here. Starting from this version, the voice system routing rules interface can display rates from parent vendor products in the vendor rate field if the rate is not present in the child vendor product. We have added a possibility to inherit roles from users under the carrier system owner to users under any other carrier. This change will allow you to have a basic set of role permissions created under the system owner. Once you create a new user under another carrier, that user can inherit roles from a system owner user, allowing you the possibility to assign roles in just 2 simple steps. We have updated request balancing logic between the SMS switch and SMS routers. From 3.5.9 version onward, before sending a routing request from the SMS switch to SMS router, we will be checking how many unanswered requests each router has at that exact moment. The switch will be sending requests to the least loaded router at that time. We have also added a parameter that defines how many unanswered routing requests have to be present at once to consider the SMS router module overloaded. If all SMS routing modules are overloaded, you will see SMSRT overloaded status in EDRs. By default, the parameter is set to 200. It is possible to change this parameter value between 50 and 1000. In order to do so on your system, please contact Alaris Labs support and provide the following code. We have updated the logic that processes non-Unicode symbols in the rate node field during SMS rate import. Previously, those symbols could cause the rate import result to not be shown correctly. Now we discard non-Unicode symbols before performing SMS rate import of such rate nodes. We added the logic of the system parameter deduct HLR rate from margin to the billing side of the system. Previously, it only influenced margin calculation during routing. Starting from this version, the parameter will also influence calculation of margin in the analytics interface. There are 2 significant changes in the logic of handling the validity period parameter. For the SMPP protocol, we now always send this parameter in absolute format and in the UTC time zone. For the HTTP protocol, 2 available markers have been updated. Validity period is an absolute value in the UTC time zone and in the same format as in SMPP. Validity period relative sends the validity period in relative format in seconds. We have improved the overall time it takes to load EDR files from the SMS switch server into the database. Starting from this version, you can see up to 25% faster EDR loading times on systems with a lot of traffic and a lot of EDRs. Following requests that we got from the users working with MO traffic, we have introduced a possibility to bill such messages based on MCC MNC, not only on MCC. Please keep in mind that the way to keep records in the short code reference book has not changed. You need to insert only the MCC into that field, while rates under MO products can now contain MCC MNCs for billing purposes. In order to prevent situations when account managers mistakenly change rates belonging to a parent product instead of rates from child products, we have introduced a new role that can help you give permissions to change rates of products that belong to products under the system owner. The name of the role is Edit Parent Products Belonging to System Owner. In case a rate manager that doesn't have this role enabled tries to change system owner product rates, they will receive the following error message. If the same manager tries to change the product in carrier's products, they will receive the following error message. We added a new filter parameter to the voice rate editor interface. You can now filter rates that belong to a particular account manager. The new field can be found here. Financial module of the system also received a new filtering parameter. Starting from this version of the system, you will be able to find only charges that have a particular type of billing period in the way you can see on the screen. A file with traffic details of invoice is now protected from changes by a randomly generated password. In future versions of the system, we are planning to add a system setting that will allow you to set a specific password to all traffic details files. We have added a new filter for the invoice templates, which is based on the document direction. Now the following templates can be divided into client-side and vendor-side templates respectively: invoice, invoice details. All other templates not mentioned in the list that you see on the screen will work as usual, without breakdown by partner side. Sender ID translations can now be applied based on text pattern for both MO and MT traffic directions, as you can see on the screen. Both CDR Expert and EDR Expert interfaces, as well as the Voice Rate Expert interface, received the possibility to add carbon copies of emails to a list of recipients. The field can contain multiple email addresses separated by comma. The fields in each interface can be found in the locations that you can see on the screen. Reference book import section now allows importing the level of trust column, which is available for the import type. Replace all matching entries in the database by the imported ones only. If the level of trust column is not defined, the level of trust value is set to 50 for all new entries. A new REST API parameter was added to method in getSMSEDR. The parameter name is hide system statuses. In case this flag is set, all final and unsuccessful EDRs will have the same undelivered status instead of the ones received from the vendors. The new permission called Show Message Content was added to the Partner Portal section of the roles. If a user that doesn't have this permission exports EDRs, instead of message text, they will see the text that is on the screen. We also added the following permission. From now on, only users that have this permission will be able to export data from that interface. In case the permission is not granted, Export to Excel button will not be shown in the web interface, as you can see on the screen. The system can now send notifications about all rate changes done to client SMS products automatically, without the need to schedule tasks manually. To activate the feature, go to Start, Carriers, Products. For SMS client products, you can now select if the system must automatically send partial or full updates every time a rate change happens in the system for that product. Automatic Rate Export in that way happens once every day, so all the changes over the last day will be aggregated into a single rate update and sent to clients at the hour defined in the system settings, SMS rates, rate changes, auto send hour. You will also be able to see the automatic tasks that the system creates in the Start, SMS, Rates, Rate Export interface in the same way that you can see on the screen. In order to minimize accidents with rate exports, for example when the rate manager uses a template of rate export but forgets to set a new export date, we have added a pop-up window. Before you can send out rate notifications, you will be prompted to confirm the settings of the task as you can see on the screen. EDR Expert interface received a new control called Text Pattern, which can be used to filter message records based on their texts. It is possible to use like and regular expressions in this field. Previously, the system settings parameter, re-rating alert recipients, could only notify you about re-rating tasks performed by the system. Starting from version 3.5.9, those email addresses will also receive notifications when manual re-ratings have taken place. The SMS simulation interface will now allow you to click on a E212 record in the results of the simulation and modify that rate in client or vendor product without the need to manually search the rate in the rate editor. The process of rate modification can be seen on the screen. The SMS routing module now has a new metric that returns the HLR rate, as you can see on the screen. It allows you to create conditions and formulas based on the price of HLR deepin requests. Previously, if you had a destination number translation set for MO direction of traffic, even in cases where translation was actually applied, the translated destination number was not recorded in the EDRs. Starting from this version, EDRs will contain the translated destination number. Well, these are all technical details that we planned to describe in this video. Hopefully it was useful to you. In case you have any questions regarding the new version and the features that were not described here, you are welcome to contact our support team. If you have any suggestions regarding the channel development, we will be happy to get them at the following email. See you in the next lesson.